welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And back of the end zone for a touchback.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Again, now it's Taylor on second and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now an early third and 10 here on their opening drive. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
And that last penalty makes this third down play a little more interesting. Third and 5. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And now another one thrown incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Now Austin. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10 at their own 27. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Taylor eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Slow.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, it's Taylor. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it.
They had a good chance to get the first points of the game on the board, but what a great job defensively, getting a hand in there, knocking it away, and preventing that first touchdown.
And now out come the Jets. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll run with Cannon. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Darnold. He finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And that one results in 35 yards. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Darnold on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
got you now, Barney. Barney.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And he's got a new one. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
A first down throw, Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the carry, it's Cannon. And he'll go down at the 28. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
We got three, folks. We got three.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run. This is Cannon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And Denver getting set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
3rd and 2, now Taylor. Looking deep for Hilton. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on the Ringo. Tight is on the Ringo. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Darnold from the gun. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Mike Daniels. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at the 33. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Nice move at the 40. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And now running right through it. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Mark Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On 1st down, Darnold finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, it's Darnold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
To throw on second down is Darnold. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Darnold. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Darnold throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
To play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Here's Darnold now on second down. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Leopard!
They'll come out in the pistol. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. Here's Cannon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Mike Daniels with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And this one is right through. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This one taken from the 7. They juked him. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here first and 10. On first and 10, it's Taylor. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Taylor. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking deep for Hilton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on first and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Broncos with much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Darnold on second down. And that is incomplete here. Anunwa again the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here's Darnold. Over the middle, complete. That's Buchanan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Now a handoff looking right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Let's go.
Here's Darnold. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. The Jets on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be third and forever. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still third and long.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Hot.
To throw is Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ingram again. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Taylor to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. This is caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Taylor sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the... And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Cortland Sutton, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Sua Cravens with a pick. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. The 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like when we talk about the defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Wide open receiver complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, Be aware, ball may come your way.
To the air again, Darnold. Got an open man, it's a noon one. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Darnold to throw again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Detroit!
Throwing again is Darnold. Going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Watch it now, Barney! Gone!
Darnold from the red zone now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Bobby McCain. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about this?
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a handoff to Ingram. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
A handoff, it's Mark Ingram. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll lead here to a third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It was Devontae Harris who got him down. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. Well, that second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On is the punter, King, to send it away. And New York set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now it's Darnold. Escapes the sack. Letting one go deep for it. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They give him a gain of 38.
Detroit!
A first down throw, Darnold. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Detroit!
Darnold now to throw. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards. They go play action here on first down. Steps and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
So the Broncos coming out now. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down.
Ready. 319. 319.
Check, 59.
Hut.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. New York set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Quincy Enunwa, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
Detroit!
One last throw down for Darnold. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they could look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Broncos, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon.